in the vast, untamed heart of British East Africa. The year 1898 marked the beginning of a monumental clash between human ambition and the primal forces of nature. The British Empire, in its quest to weave a web of steel across the continent, embarked on the construction of a railway bridge over the formidable Savo River. This project, a symbol of imperial power and progress, was placed under the command of Lieutenant Colonel John Henry Patterson, a man of engineering prowess and military discipline. Thousands of laborers were brought in, their days filled with the clang of hammers and the sweat of arduous toil under the relentless African sun. The air buzzed with the promise of connection and conquest, but an ancient, terrifying power was about to awaken. The first signs of trouble were whispers carried on the night wind, stories of workers vanishing without a trace. Soon, the whispers turned to screams that pierced the darkness. The camp, once a beacon of industry, became a place of dread. The perpetrators were not human. They were a pair of man-eating lions, larger and more audacious than any seen before. They moved with a chilling intelligence, earning them the names the Ghost and the Darkness. The Ghost for his pale, spectral form that shimmered in the moonlight as he claimed his victims. The Darkness for his black-hearted ferocity and a soul that seemed born of the night itself. For 9 agonizing months, these two predators held the entire project hostage. They treated the railway camp as their personal hunting ground. Their roars and nightly chorus of death that shattered the morale of the workers. The carefully constructed thorned fences and blazing bonfires, meant to keep the wilderness at bay, proved to be mere trifles for the lions. They leaped over them with contemptuous ease, their attacks growing more frequent and brazen. Construction ground to a screeching halt. The might of the British Empire was being systematically dismantled by two beasts. The situation grew dire, and the pressure on Patterson mounted. His superiors, concerned more with reputation and deadlines than the lives of the workers, threatened his career. Driven to the edge, Patterson realized that the only way to save his project and his men was to confront the terror head-on. The engineer had to become a hunter. Drawing on his experience with big game, he began a relentless pursuit. This was no mere sport. It was a primal war of wits and will. He spent countless hours tracking the lions through the dense bush, setting up elaborate traps, and enduring long, silent vigils in hastily constructed. Each night was a test of nerve, waiting for the spectral shapes to emerge from the shadows. The hunt was a grueling, frustrating ordeal, as the lions seemed to possess an almost supernatural ability to evade him. The first breakthrough came in a dramatic, moon-drenched confrontation. After weeks of relentless tracking, Patterson finally cornered the Ghost. A single, well-placed shot echoed through the savannah, and the spectral lion fell, its reign of terror over. A wave of relief washed over the camp, but it was short-lived. The battle was only half won. The Darkness, now alone, became even more cunning and vengeful. It continued its solitary war against the intruders, its attacks filled with a furious rage. The final showdown with the Darkness was the stuff of legend. The lion, wounded and enraged, launched a desperate final charge at Patterson in a heart-stopping, life-or-death struggle. The hunter stood his ground. The roar of the lion was met with the blast of a rifle. The Darkness fell, and with its death, the 9-month nightmare that had plagued Savo finally came to an end. With the man-eaters vanquished, the cloud of fear lifted, the workers returned, and the sounds of construction once again filled the air. The bridge over the Savo River was completed, a steel monument rising from a land once defined by terror. It stood as a testament not only to human perseverance, but also to the brutal conflict that had made its completion possible. Patterson, hailed as a hero, had the skins of the two lions preserved. Today, the ghosts and the darkness stand silent and imposing in the Field Museum of Chicago, their glassy eyes staring out at a world that has long since forgotten the true, visceral terror they once inspired. Their legend, however, endures a chilling tale of when the march of progress was brought to its knees by the raw, untamable power of the wild.